What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're finally going to be taking on Doflamingo Challenge number 2 with V2 Snakeman. Now, I have to say, this is definitively the best team for this challenge. Now, the reason I say that is because this team clears it so freaking fast. It is absurd. There's essentially no stalling. There's only like maybe one stage or two stages basically with any type of stall, and then every other stage will be defeated in one turn. It's a very good team. Now, as you guys would have seen at the start of the video, there are a couple of really good support characters that we have on the team. First of all, is we have this random Piranha on the team. Now, you might be wondering, why the hell is she on the team? She's a really good character because she removes enemy defense, or she removes 100% of defense for 2 turns, right? So you can actually use her to remove defense on the Pika stage, and really good for the final stage as well. And the really cool thing about it is that we have the Kuma support attached to Piranha, because on the treble stage we are going to be inflicted with despair, because we will be waiting a little bit to charge some specials. So having that is really good, of course. Another character that I have on the team that's very useful is Sabo and Koala. Sabo and Koala have the support character of Halloween Ace attached to them. Now, Halloween Ace, you don't need Halloween Ace, but if you don't have Halloween Ace, it makes it a little bit more trickier, because, well, I'll talk about it more as we go along here, but it just enables us to remove the bind on stage 3, which is coming up right after this stage here. Then we've got the Chopper character. Now, Chopper is really good because not only does he remove the special bind on our team, but he also gives us a very good amount of healing, which you don't necessarily need, to my recollection, but it's nice to have it anyways. Then we've also got Vivi and Rebecca. Vivi and Rebecca are so freaking good, of course, because in this particular fight, they have type advantage on multiple different stages. Having Vivi or Rebecca up, plus their switch effect for consistent chain locking and healing is just phenomenal. And then we have the double Snakeman. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting in terms of the support characters. Now, for my Snakeman, I have the support of Rare Recruit Ivankov, which means anytime we're inflicted with poison or toxic, whatever type of poison it is, it gets removed. Now, you don't necessarily need to have Halloween Ace on your team and Ivankov, but the thing is like, if you don't have Ivankov, then you need to have poison sockets, right? So in a hypothetical situation, if you didn't have Halloween Ace as a support character, but like you had V1 Rayleigh, for example, to remove the bind, which means that you won't be able to fit the Rare Recruit Ivankov as a support character to remove all of the poison, right? So in that certain situation, you would need to have the ability of poison sockets. But as I said, with Chopper, we have Chopper on the team, enabling us to get some health back on top of removing the special bind. So theoretically, what you could do is, instead of Chopper, potentially running something like Time Skip Nami with the support character of 20th Anniversary Sanji. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to give you the same effect. I mean, obviously, the Nami removes the special bind, which is exactly what you want. But I can't remember off the top of my head if the healing was like super duper important to have. And also this Piranha character, you could essentially replace her with any type of Piranha that removes enemy defense or removes increased defense buff. And there's definitely a couple of Piranhas that do that, because all we need is like a Piranha character that has the attachment of that Kuma support to remove despair, or just any other character that has the ability to remove enemy defense up, and then can also have a support character that can remove despair. Any type of unit like that is going to work very effectively in the replacement of Piranha. But as for Vivi, Rebecca, Sabo, Koala, they're very useful for this team. The bottom row characters are essentially the ones that you could potentially switch out for some different characters. But as I mentioned, I do believe this is probably the best team for this particular event. It is just so fast, and it gets through the content so easily. So no longer is Doflamingo Challenge number 2 going to be that big of a pain in the butt, especially if you do have these characters, as I mentioned. Because previously to this, the team that I was typically running for this was the first team that I showcased on the channel, which I used, I believe it was Luffy Law and Luffy Zora. I believe that was the team I used. So yeah, it was a hybrid captain lead with Luffy Law and then Luffy Zora, and it was a very finicky team, because if you missed a perfect here and there, like, you really are just like kind of screwed. But with this team, like, obviously you need to be hitting your perfects and playing effectively, but I feel like there's more room for error in this team compared to the Luffy Zora and Luffy Law team. And just the raw damage that you get with V2 Snakeman in comparison to the other team that I was using, it's just absurd. The amount of raw damage you get without activating specials is like so much better than the Luffy Law team. But either way, I'm really happy that the team actually worked as effectively as it did. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'm not going to be talking throughout the entire duration of this particular video, but I know a lot of people in the comment sections really wanted to see a video of V2 Snakeman clearing the Doflamingo challenge number 2, because, I mean, out of all the GARP challenges, this is the most difficult GARP challenge that is on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global right now. Some people might say, oh, maybe it's Revolutionary 2, but in my opinion, and in many people's opinions really, the Revolutionary Army Challenge number 2 is a far easier dungeon to clear in comparison to Doflamingo number 2, because in the Revolutionary Army Challenge, like, there is room for error. Like, if you like need to stall a few more turns, you can definitely do that, but in this particular fight, there's lots of stages where you want to stall, but it just won't let you. After a certain amount of time, it's just going to kill you or inflict really nasty debuffs to you, and you don't get time to breathe. Whereas in Revolutionary 2, yeah, you can definitely, you know, have a few more stages where you can stall a lot more, like the Morley stage, for example. You can stall essentially infinitely there if you want to. The Karasu stage with the right healing mechanics, you can stall essentially infinitely if you want to. So that's the main difference between the two GARP challenges, and as I said, this is the most difficult GARP challenge on Global right now, and V2 Snakeman absolutely destroys it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including my One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.
Okay. 見てろよ。
また無茶しても終わりにする。お願い。俺の番だ。巨人空手。
了解。あっちは任せろ。